Well, from IndyCar to sprint cars now, and Australia is where Speedway was born, originating in Maitland near Newcastle in New South Wales in the early 1920s. In the 1930s, crowds of up to 20,000 would pack showgrounds around the country to get their motorsport fix. The sport paved the way and produced champions such as Sir Jack Brabham. Now, Speedway in Australia, we are pleased to say, is finding a resurgence in popularity, and two stars of the Australian series join us today, Kelly Linigen and Matt Young. Great to see you guys. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks. Now the season is about to kick off this Saturday at Sydney Speedway at Parramatta. Kelly, you've actually been racing for about 15 years now. What's it like being a female in sprint cars?
Well, it's no different to me because I've been doing it for so long, but the race car doesn't know that I'm a girl. It can't tell the difference whether it's Matt driving or myself driving. It's only the people in the crowd that come and see us, and I've had lots of comments over the years, but it's normal slander now to me, so I just continue with it.
Yeah, you're just one of the competitors out there, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just a girl that races a car, and I'm just another number to all the male competitors.
And you've got quite the family history in the sport too, don't you? I suppose for you, was there any choice about becoming a sprint car driver?
There was, because my dad was a car owner for many years and he raced himself, but they always thought my twin sister was going to be the racer. She was always at the speedway with dad, and I never used to want to go. I used to hang at home with mum, but when I turned 17 I decided I was going to have a go, and Mel had a go too, and she decided it wasn't for her, and I just continued. And it was a shock to mum and dad because, like I said, Melinda was the tomboy out of the two, and I just had no interest for a long time.
And it's a pretty dangerous sport too. I know you had a pretty spectacular crash back in 2008, and you couldn't wait to get back in the car. What was that like?
It was just, I guess, the crash happened and I needed to get back in because it was the last meeting of the year, so it was going to be a 6-month break. So Dad said it was like falling off a horse. You had to get straight back in, and I went to a practice day the next week and got back in and still loved it.
We can see the crash here on the screen. Absolutely amazing. And you walked away from that too?
Yeah, I had a black eye and some bruised knees, but other than that it was business as usual. Off I went.
Tough stuff. You are made of tough stuff. Now, you and Matt have a bit of a connection here. Your husband is his crew chief this year. Got a bit of a bone to pick with him about that one?
I give him a hard time. Off TV, of course, but yeah, he has got my husband crewing on him. My husband is really tough when it comes to being a crew chief. He did fire me a week out from our wedding, so for being in a B main. So Matt hasn't seen that side of Carl yet, but I'm sure he will in this season. I hope not, for Matt's sake, but Carl is tough. Yeah,
well, I'm sure you've got a few tips for him on how to deal with that. Are you looking forward to the season, Matt? It's gearing up to be a big one for you.
Yeah, look, it's probably the best opportunity I've ever had, this year, and as we just said, to have Carl come along, someone with such expertise. We've stepped up the program, with inventory and cars and motors, and I've got good guys behind me. Got a really good car owner in Graham Cowan. So we're all excited. We've got 45 nights of racing on the calendar. So we'll travel all over Australia and sort of get out there and see as many racetracks as we can, and just do the best job we can on the night.
So your boss on the track is actually your boss for your day job too. That's not a bad way to have it.
Yeah, look, I'm probably pretty lucky. It's a really nice deal. The Rocket Industries deal. It's no expense spared. We've got a nice big trailer, and we've got all the inventory to go racing, on the level that you wish for. So my boss is really passionate about the racing, and it's good to have that support behind you.
How much does it actually cost to run a sprint car team?
Yeah, look, nowadays, you're probably at $100,000 for a sprint car, right, with top of the range equipment, and then you're obviously going to have spares after that, and your transporters now range from the average weekly racer, with your $40,000 transporter to a $300,000 semi-trailer these days, like your V8 supercars.
I wanted to ask you guys, for those people that have never been down to see the sprint cars racing live, we do have a big weekend coming up this weekend. All of the proceeds from the weekend will go to charity, to the Westmead Children's Hospital. Kelly, tell us, what can people expect?
You'll see great racing. 24 of Sydney's best race car drivers are going to be down there. It's action-packed. It's the best hidden secret motorsport that if you haven't seen it, you need to come down this weekend. It's a great opportunity. It's gold coin donation. Everything's going to the Westmead Children's Hospital, who do a fantastic job. My niece was in there late last year with an ear infection which turned to a middle ear infection, so they looked after her. So all the proceeds to going down to them. Everyone should get down and support us. All our competitors aren't racing for anything. We're giving all our prize money, I guess, to the Westmead Children's Hospital, and yeah, so it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, no, I encourage everyone to get down there this Saturday and support the Westmead Children's Hospital. But in the coming months, we have some great Speedway action right here on Speed.